Okay, and here we have it. We have a couple different ingredients that we're going to be using for this. We have in the very front, you see this guy right here, a little bit of shallots. This dude right here is a little bit of tarragon, and that guy right there is mayo. And then we got celery and the chicken that I've already mentioned before, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Like I said, very simple recipe, but very delicious. You can make sandwiches with it, or you can just eat it as is. Just stuff it in your face. Alrighty, and here we have it. So first we're going to start off by very simply cutting the celery. The reason why I'm showing this process is because showing you how to dice it. Now, you may have noticed there's a little bit of dirt on that guy right there. It's really easy, just rinse it off. Get a little paper. You don't have to dry it off, but I like it dry. So we're gonna dry it off. Alrighty, next, let's throw this away. And we'll start with this side up. The reason why, I want to very carefully make long strips. As you can see right here, some of them are going to be bigger, some of them will be smaller depending on your hand and eye coordination. Go ahead and make perfect squares. Alright, and here we go. Now the reason why I cut half of this over here, so that I don't have a big old stalk on the table, making it harder to cut the celery. So now let's cut the celery. You can, if you want to, you can go like this, one by one, little tiny pieces. If you're a mom and you don't have very good knife skills, and that's okay. Not everybody has, especially starting off, the best of knife skills. So I'll finish that guy off really quick. Now, if you're a little bit more experienced, you're going to be judging that technique because obviously you have better skills. So I'm just going to go ahead and do something like this. Alrighty, that goes to one side. And let's finish off this one. Okay, and the celery is done. And what you can do at this point is just take our time. Don't cut yourself while you're picking up the celery because that would be stupid. And okay, now we move forward. Next we have shallots. What are we going to do with these shallots? Well, we're going to small dice them. So you can see it's not perfectly square. You're not going to get perfect squares either. But you can make it easier for yourself. This is how we're going to peel it. Just get that guy right there. And I like to keep my trash in one little space. And then you can peel it from here if you want to make your hot life a little bit difficult. I like to put it on the side or put it on a flat surface like this on this flat side and then slice it in half. At this point, you very easily take off the skin. You can eat that if you want. I don't recommend it. Probably tastes disgusting. Alrighty. So now that we're close, I will show you how to small dice this guy. Very simply, like that. You can go at your speed. If you want to make small cuts though, I recommend going at this speed. At this point, you can set this guy aside and grab the other one. Now, if you notice, this side is flat and that's not a square. So that's okay. Uh-oh. not the fingers. Those are my fingers. Okay, set that aside. The little dice pieces, we'll just throw in. At this point, you could do one of two things. You can either turn it on its side, make little strips. At this point, I like to give it one of these so that you're not working with an unstable piece of vegetable. And then once again, you can go slow or you can go fast. It's really up to you and your skill level. Cool, we got that right there. The other way that I recommend, if you have very novice skills, and you can do the same thing with an onion, I just really like the sweetness and the flavor that shallots bring to the table. You can do that right there. 1 and 2 as well. And then, remember, unbalance that so that it's balanced now. And we cut. Alrighty, and we're ready to go. Alrighty. Okay, now here we have the chicken with a little bit of shallots and a little bit of diced celery. I have that set aside, and I must remind you, you can do this while the chicken is warm or cold. It's easy to shred when it's warm. Tastes better when it's cold, in my opinion. Now the next move is going to be very similar to what we've been doing before. We have about a teaspoon and a half, I would say, maybe, of tarragon. And then we just do this. Put that in there, and then do one of those. And then this guy, it's a little bit harder to get out, you know. That's about a cup of mayo. You won't need more than that. To get everything out, use one of these. This is a rubber spatula. And I'm not going to throw this container because this is made out of glass. And again, I don't want my wife to kill me. So very simply, now that we have this right here, you can mix it all together. And now I like to mix the ingredients without salt and pepper first, because I like to season the taste. And that means once we're done mixing this guy right here, you'll see little clumps of mayo. Just make sure you really break all this apart. You can add more mayo if you like more mayo. You can do a little bit less, drier. Really, it's up to you and your preference of flavor. Okay, mine is about medium. Not too much mayo, not too little. After that, at this point, I take a little piece. Give it a little taste. That's delicious. You can really taste the tarragon there. But it needs a little something. Let's put some salt in that guy. To really bring out all those flavors. Okay, we got 3 pinches of salt. And then, last but not least, a little bit of black pepper. Just grind this guy. Grind, grind, grind. If you're one of those people that likes your food a little bit spicy, you keep grinding, grinding. See that right there? It looks like a lot. It really isn't. Alrighty, once you've added these, the salt and pepper, you seasoned it, you mix it. I'm fairly confident in the amount of salt that I added, so I'm not going to add any more. Same thing goes for the pepper. There's a good amount of pepper. Alrighty, and that right there includes a chicken tarragon salad. Enjoy, everyone.